Today, Axel Rudakabana has been sentenced for his cowardly and vicious attack on the young girls who'd gathered at Hart Space on the 29th of July 2024 to have some fun in their school holidays. They had come together for a Taylor Swift theme morning to enjoy dancing, singing and making friendship bracelets in honour of their idol. Those girls, who ranged in age from 6 to 13, were the polar opposite of the calculating teenager who carried out the harrowing and atrocious premeditated attack. The victims were enjoying a day of youthful innocence, untainted by the twisted and unhealthy fascination with violence that drove Axel Rudakabana to carry out the atrocities he'd planned in the days leading up to the 29th of July. His terrifying attack resulted in the deaths of Bibi, Elsie and Alice. According to prosecution counsel today, 2 of those children suffered particularly horrific injuries which can only be described as sadistic in nature. He also attempted to kill 8 other children as they escaped, and 2 adults, and traumatised the remaining children who had managed to escape physically unharmed. Since his arrest, he has shown no remorse for his actions. When his home was searched following his arrest, a number of weapons were recovered, including the biological toxin ricin, which the defendant had produced in his bedroom. On his computer devices, a large number of images and documents were found, which demonstrated that he had a long-standing obsession with violence, killing and genocide. Amongst those documents was a version of the Al-Qaeda training manual, which provides instruction on how to commit acts of terror, including with a knife and with poisons such as ricin. Having researched the atrocities committed by others, the evidence that suggests that he set out to emulate them on the 29th of July last year. There is no evidence that he ascribed to any particular political or religious ideology. He wasn't fighting for a cause. His only purpose was to kill, and he targeted the youngest, most vulnerable in order to spread the greatest level of fear and outrage, which he succeeded in doing. I know that the conviction and sentencing today will not take away the distress and the trauma suffered by the victims and the families. How can it? These events have impacted and will continue to impact on the victims forever and their lives every day. They won't be able to just switch off and move on. But I do hope that knowing he is now convicted for the most horrendous of crimes and he's in prison will bring some small comfort to those families.